Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. I just wanted to put out a warning that today's episode is going to have some echo. Unfortunately, we didn't realize that the mixer was not recording off the mics properly, so we had to use the camera's audio. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in each week, and we will get this problem fixed immediately. Welcome back to Those Other Guys. We have our special guest today, the man himself, Husam the Gym Freak.
Hey, it's an honor to be back, man. I love sitting talking with you guys.
Excited to have you, brother.
It's been a minute.
I mean, the whole last podcast was about you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, we tuned in, we turned it on the TV, we had it on. We hit a link from the homie, and as soon as we put it on, Jamal was lifting, right?
Yeah, Jamal was
and he was right before you in squats. And then we were like, oh, no way, because Cam coaches
Jamal.
And that's who sent the link.
Oh, wow.
So we're like, oh shit, Jamal. And then you were next. We're like, no fucking way. So we just kept watching it.
That's hilarious.
So tell us about how that was.
It was different, man. It was completely different. Did not expect the reaction I was going to get out of people. The whole, it's like kind of doing the Olympia in a way. It's the whole expectation, the people you're competing with, the best of the world. You know, you got guys that are 198, 200, they're lifting 900 pounds. It's just insanity. You know, when you think you're strong, and then there's people that are just doing what you do on a normal basis. So starting there was cool. You know, everybody knew who I was. So that was kind of like, oh, wow, like this is insane. You know, I'm a guy from Michigan at the end of the day. And the whole meet was just fun, man. Did not hit the numbers I wanted, but I felt like I was the winner with the way people were reacting to me, the way people came up to me and talked to me, and people asking me for my signature. I was like, this is insane, you know? And my brain, like one of the guys, I'm like, you're asking me? He's like, yeah. I'm like, don't be selling it. And he started laughing. So it was pretty cool.
When you said you didn't hit your numbers, what were you shooting for? What did you miss? You missed
I missed my squat.
Your squat,
World record.
So, which would have been
860.
860.
Yeah.
Now, have you got that in training?
No, I got 838.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a big jump.
Well, usually when you taper, you should be getting anything close to 20 pounds.
More
10 to
than what
20.
than what you're used to.
Yeah, so if you want to hit 860, you want to at least hit 840 to 850. And, in your practice, basically.
When did you know you weren't going to get it? On the way down or right when you were
out of the hole? I felt so stable. I felt so controlled. The weight felt easy. But the thing is when it shifts, right? So it's like, I'll give you this example. When you do a bodybuilding show, last week, you don't know a person's body, how it's going to react. Your body reacts different, his body reacts different, right? The bar reacts different when it goes from 830 to 860. The way it shakes, the way it shifts out of your body, you have to learn how to re-brace. You got to be stronger with your brace when you get out of the hole. So when I got out of the hole and I got out of it, I'm explosive. So the bar caught me back, then it shook me, so I went right back down.
That's so crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. There's such a technical aspect.
Exactly. So I got to learn the whole squat all over again when it gets that heavier.
How many people that lift 135 are going to be saying this now? Oh, just
yeah. Oh, the bar velocity changed.
It's insane.
But that is nuts, dude. Now, does anybody talk to you about how slow you lift? Because it's almost like you still have a bodybuilding control to your lift. And some of the people just
commentators were saying it.
Yeah.
They were saying he still lifts kind of like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, because you lift slow. And
yeah.
I don't, do you think that hurts you, or is that just going to be what you do?
It's how my body developed from over all the training. So me trying to change it now to try to be a more speedy kind of lifter, it would backfire on me. You know, I'm too dense. Most of these guys have the ability and body build to move the way they move in the powerlifting world. Like Jamal is a lengthy guy,
right?
And he's 242. He's like 6 foot. He's taller than me,
right?
And he stands by me. I look like a little kid, but people thought I was 275 because I'm short and wide.
Right.
So me and him trying to lift the same, the way he gets in the hole and bounce out of it would not work for me. You know,
man, how fun was it competing with those big dogs though?
Oh, it was so fun. It was so fun. And the funnest part was John Hack won the meet.
Okay.
His parents came up to me after the meet and took pictures with me.
Oh,
and they're like, we're huge fans of you. You need to teach him how to dance and stuff. And I'm like, this is insane.
Dude, it was nuts watching. Because it's going back to the Saturday morning lifts and then just seeing you on this fucking stage and commentators talking about you, people cheering you on and shit. Dude, it was nuts to watch. It really was. It was so fun.
Yeah, I missed my last deadlift for third place.
It would have been third in the show.
In the whole meet.
Okay, yeah. Because they use, I was saying.
Oh, you gotta explain how the fuck scoring works.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
So basically, it's all about dots. Dots, it's an equation where they basically equal out your weight and the total you lift.
Okay, so
right?
Okay.
Yeah, so me and Jamal both weighed in around 240, right? So then they total out our scores, how much we lifted. I hit 21.16, and then he hit 23.20. But John Hack only weighed in 205. So he's 35 pounds under, and he totaled 22.70.
Oh shit!
Right, so that's why when you equal it out.
So if you weigh less, the more weight you do, kind of helps you.
Exactly, because you're a smaller guy lifting more weight, so you get.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a guy on your flight that was like 189 pounds.
Yeah.
Benching like 500
Yeah,
pounds.
that guy is insane. He's a venture.
Joel, I think his name was.
Yeah, he got fifth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got fifth.
What did you get?
I got sixth.
Okay, yeah.
I missed my last 2 deadlifts.
I know because I was.
And the money is top five.
Yeah, so
damn.
I lost $2,500.
So you are right there, though, dude. You are.
Right, you didn't lose anything, dude. You put your name on the map.
Yeah,
That's all
hell
that
yeah.
matters right now.
It was sad in the moment, you know. I was still happy because of the reaction.
You missed that second deadlift because you lockout, right?
I missed it because I over gripped it. So when I got to the top, it started slipping. So I'm like, I don't want to waste my grip. I'll take it again. So then when I got to the third one, we took it. We went up 4 pounds to secure the third place. And that's when it just popped out of my head.
Damn, crazy raw, dude. Just
I know. And how much weight was the dead?
832.
832.
Yeah.
That's what Joe squatted, right? His squat was
squatted
839.
He squatted 840, yeah.
And then he weighed in though at 212.
No, he weighed in 219.
Okay.
He competed 240 though.
Oh,
Like the day of the meet, he weighed in 240. Sorry, he competed 220 on weight day.
Oh,
so we have a
yeah,
whole
yeah.
day to week.
yeah. And I was going to ask you about that. Do you think that would help you if you cut 10 pounds?
No.
No? Just because you just like doing what you do. Right?
I'm too muscly. I'm probably the most dense and muscly guy there.
But water is held in muscle, right? It would be easy to dehydrate you, and then they
A lot of
give
these
you
guys do.
then they give the IV
Yeah.
bags.
Well, my body, I tried it one time. I was cramping.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean I respect what you do.
So I cramped so bad. Like my last meet, I was cramping in my deadlifts, and I only went down 5 pounds of water.
Damn.
So my body didn't replenish quick enough.
Right.
You know, so because I walk around a very lean body.
Yeah.
So
Do you what meet was that for you, like number wise?
number 4.
Those
That
are
was
for
the-
the pro meet?
No, fourth
No.
meet. My 4th meet.
That was your
overall.
first pro meet or second?
It would be considered the first pro meet where I competed against the top lifters.
Yeah. Like Kobe did his pro debut yesterday, but I really don't consider that his pro debut.
Yeah, like the first one I did at Surge, it was just like at my home gym and it was easier.
Yeah.
I trained there.
Yeah.
This one is totally different. Environment is different. Everything is different. You know?
Do you guys get to know like what bars they're gonna have for you? Okay.
So you knew it was the Kabuki bar.
Yeah.
So I was hearing a lot when I was listening to them talk about it that it had a lot of whip.
It is. So it's skinnier, longer, you know, so the longer the weight goes out,
Right.
the more it's flexy.
Yeah.
And it's a skinnier, smaller bar. So that's where I mess up because I have fat fingers.
So that's different than the stiff bar though.
oh yes, the
Okay.
bar's weight.
And that's what you used to train on.
I trained on the Texas. So the Texas compared to the Kabuki is a stiff bar basically.
Okay.
When you compare the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
But the Texas has some like
It still has a bend.
Some
So
would,
I'll
yeah.
give you an example. So the Kabuki, you'll start to feel the bend at 500 pounds. The Texas, you'll feel it at 700 pounds.
okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's
Which is funny because you would feel the bend at both.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel the bend at either. That's nuts.
You would feel a semi bend at 400. You can feel the little bounce on the Kabuki.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what it was.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy. Like, you've dealt with some of that though before because you stopped lifting at like LA Fitness because the weights would roll on you, right?
Yeah.
When you were squatting too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
So like,
Bend some bars.
I don't doubt that at all. Do they have like those bars obviously aren't gonna bend, but do they roll? Is there a different technique with that? Do like some of the deadlifts roll? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them do. So it depends. Like the Texas bar, a little bit rolls.
Okay.
You know, it's a little more whippy. The Texas squat bar,
Right.
compared to the Kabuki's, a little bit stiffer.
Okay.
You know, and then the bench bars are all stiff bars.
Okay.
Yeah, so those ones don't roll.
Now, did they have different bars in that meet?
No, so the same bars we were warming up in the back, we were using the same ones in the meet.
I mean, for like the lifts though, like did you use the Kabuki for the
So it's
squat?
Kabuki, all of them,
Okay.
but they're all different bars. So Kabuki,
Gotcha.
bench, and deadlift.
That's crazy.
And what's the cool thing is that we had our own spotters and loaders in the back. That
Oh,
was
so
the
you
cool
didn't
thing.
have to do anything.
I was sitting on a chair. They're like, "What do you want? You know, I want this. They loaded up. Husam, you're up. This guy, you're up. This guy, you're up." It was just like straight professional.
I was gonna say, talk about the meet a little bit. It looked
It was super
awesome.
cool. So I got lucky. So the way it happened is I was supposed to do a meet in 2 weeks,
right.
which is this weekend coming up.
Right.
Right.
I was pissed because I was supposed to go. That would have been the first meet I saw you in.
Yeah, so that was what I was supposed to do, but there was too much going on with the whole promotion stuff and, you know, the timing. I was like, you know what? I have a chance to do this meet. This meet I got invited to, I declined it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got invited to a lot of big meets and I
Right.
declined all of them because I'm like, no, I'm not ready yet. So this one I hit up my coach and I'm like, hey, I'm kind of feeling crazy and I just want to go do this meet when we're 10 days out from that meet. And he's like, you're not going to be 100%. I'm like, so we shouldn't do it? He's like, no, you don't get this opportunity every day. Let's go have fun. You know, you got plenty more meets to break records. You're just getting started.
What a good
Let's
call.
go do it.
Yeah,
so
That
I'm
is a great call.
I'm like, bet, let's do it. So we changed the plan right away, changed the whole programming and everything. You know, hit up JP, the guy that's running the whole meet. He was beyond excited, bro. I was like, wow.
Was
So
that the big dude that was commentating?
Yeah.
He looked cool as fuck.
Yeah, he's
Sturdy,
super
cool
nice,
as fuck.
super humble. You know, hit him up. He's like, for sure, bro. Let me get the lineup right. Hit up the people right away. Within 10 minutes, he gave me the yeah. You know, I was like, bet. So hit up my coach. We changed everything. Everything's good. We got there, and same thing. The whole time, like he was treating me like super nice, like a professional lifter. You know, whatever you need, anything you need, let me know. This and that. Like updated me on all this stuff. And from there, when I walked in, this first thing I see is all the lifters. You know, and they're all saying hi to me and stuff. And I'm like, oh, you guys know who I am? They're like, yeah, you're the scarf guy. That's what everybody knows me by. So it's funny. And then from there, you know, got my weight ready. My coach came in town. We got to the meet, and you know, you feel it. You feel the intensity. You feel, you know, Joe sitting by me, and we're talking, and he's like, "You're ready," and I'm like, "Yeah, you know, this is the day. I might have to have you a spot in the meet," you know. And from there, warm up started going and everything, and the people, like, I'm just walking in the bathroom and people stop you. You know, like, hey, can I take a picture with you? Hey, like, oh, I'm such a big fan.
I mean, they're there expecting to see you.
Yeah,
Right?
so it's like,
It's just so surreal.
Yeah.
exactly. It's just like, to me, I'm like, well, this is so like different.
It's weird, I bet.
Yeah, you know, where I'm in my hometown where people look at me like, oh, this guy thinks he's the shit. Where there, I'm like looking at like I'm something special. You get what I'm saying? It's such a different vibe and energy from people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're actually doing something different, and we appreciate you for it. Right. Where here, it's like, oh, this guy's extra, like, get him out of here.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So from
Well,
there,
that's
the whole,
the definition of a hater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's just, it's sad because, like, a lot
You're
of
the
people,
nicest person in the fucking world.
yeah, literally, you know. So from there, the meet went on. Squats moved really well. I was super confident.
Oh, we saw you
Oh.
dancing.
I was feeling myself,
Yes.
bro.
Yeah.
So it didn't go the right way at the end, you know. I kind of had a feeling, I'm like, this is either going to go really well or I'm not even going to move it. And then from there, we went to bench. Bench was just phenomenal.
That was your best lift of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you hit all three, right?
Yep.
What was
Yeah.
the top bench number?
606.
No, for you.
Oh,
What did you-
512.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 512.
My heart just dropped. I'm like, you hit six.
No.
Five.
I thought you were talking about the whole meet.
606.
Who was that? The
John
bencher guy?
Hack guy.
John Hack.
Yeah, he hit the world record.
He hit 606 at 200 and what pounds?
5.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's almost 3 times the
Yeah.
body weight.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
He's insane, but he's been doing it forever.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like a
He's
veteran.
yeah. He's 28, I believe, 29. But he's been doing it.
I know he's sponsored with Renaissance Periodization too.
And he's part of Iron Rebel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Bigger name in the game.
yeah.
And you were right up there with them.
And they're all my friends now.
That's so
So
sick.
they're all hitting me up, and they're all like, you know, trying to get me to go out there and fly out there and train with them and
You should.
stuff. So
You should.
I'm looking forward to it. It's all gonna be fun.
Okay, so
Just now
now,
get the deadlift on.
right, so we got bench went just as planned,
Yeah.
right? What were the numbers?
We started at 474, jumped to 496.
Now, when you do 474, you know you have that?
Yeah,
Or
that's guaranteed. First lifts are always guaranteed.
That's why, because
You do openers to just get on the board.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
You never want to ball out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never want to bomb an opener.
No.
Yeah.
Because if you don't hit one, then your whole meet don't count. Right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So there goes now I'm ranked 5. There that goes.
Right.
Yeah. So if I miss all my benches, you just wasted that meet.
Right.
So, and then from there we went to deadlifts. We started at 782, and that moved really well. And then we jumped to 828, and the goal was to go 860, 881, but the grip didn't hold. So
Right.
that's where that stopped.
Now, what do you do to strategize around that? Like grip?
So now we're changing my whole programming. We're changing. We're training with thicker bars and stiff bars to build my grip. So we're changing our approach with a whole training plan. So we're gonna focus really hard on the grip. We're gonna do grip training, and make sure everything is well. We're gonna do a lot of core training, strengthen my brace to be able to hold them up to 900, 920.
To go up.
Yeah,
Nice.
because we got the strength. My legs can push that weight. It's just making sure my body can hold it and not lose
Right.
control.
Right.
Because it's one slight little mishap and there goes the lift.
You're right.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
800 pounds on your back is so nuts.
Yeah.
Dude. I get nervous when I hit like 3 plates on squat.
Right?
I remember when I used to watch Ronnie Coleman, he would double 804 or 800. He did it for 2. And now I'm over here doubling 820. I'm like,
That is nuts to think
yeah,
about,
It's
dude.
crazy.
That
It's
is
crazy,
nuts.
Because growing up, we were all like, oh my God,
Right.
how did this guy do
Now
that?
you're doing it.
Yeah, now
Those are
it's
cartoon numbers.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
cartoon numbers.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
How sore are you after?
I wasn't sore at all. I never really got to push my full potential.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
in my body, I can't
Are you like
super.
CNS fried the next day?
No.
Like
No.
no brain fog, nothing?
The only thing that was gone was my voice. My
Oh,
voice
I would assume
my voice was
so.
completely gone. My throat was like beat up. So it took a couple days for that to get back. And but my body felt really well. Like I was ready to get to training, but my mindset is so different right now after that meet that I'm really capable of being in the top discussion all the time, even with such a bad meet that I had and cutting my prep short. I was still able to almost get top 3 in the meet,
Yeah.
and I secured a top 5 total all time. So
Which
to
is
me,
nuts on what,
Exactly.
3 or 4 missed lifts?
yeah, 6 out of 9.
That's
so I missed
crazy.
so
So
I-
it's 3.
2 good lifts that I'm always getting, and I
Right.
missed them. So doing that made me realize that I can really amp up my training. And most people don't know that I was in nursing crew for the past year and a half, right? So I have not done a full training session. I don't do my backups. I don't train everything. I don't do all my accessories. I don't have time. So I have to do my main lifts and I gotta go study. So basically what's gonna happen now is we're amping up everything. Now I'm done with school. I got my job, everything is straight. So our training is just gonna take a whole,
Oh, man.
turn. So I'm excited.
That's so
That's gonna
exciting.
get so crazy.
Yeah.
Because I think it was Joey, the commentator, Joey Bag of Donuts, which I love that nickname. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's a
But
good guy.
yeah, he was saying there's like a 3-headed like monster in
Yeah.
242,
Yeah.
and it's you, Derek, and Jamal.
Yeah.
That is fucking sweet to think about. That is fucking sweet to think about because Derek's a bad motherfucker too.
Oh yeah.
I want to see all 3 of you do a flight together. Like,
I mean, I wish.
I
I think
know.
it's Jamal can beat USBA.
so what? Okay, so what does that mean?
So it's different federations.
So what was this?
USBA.
Okay,
Yeah. So that's what I've been competing on. But next year I'm doing all WRPF.
and why is that?
They're all bigger meets.
Okay,
They're huge meets. The USBA has one good meet, which is the one I just did.
the pro,
Yeah.
because that was the second pro, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one, the American Pro is a WRPF. The one I went commentated at.
Oh, so that wasn't even them?
No, they're different federations.
To
Exactly.
me, it's like
Right.
IFBB, OCB.
I know, but they're all like actually like. I mean, but like NPC is top
That's it.
dog in
Yeah.
bodybuilding.
Yeah.
The other ones are like, okay.
Like John Hackman won the American Pro WRPF, and then he just came on the USBA Pro.
Okay.
You know,
Gotcha.
so it's like where the money is where the top lifters will go.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
right.
So like you have the Ghost Splash, the one I'm doing in Miami in February. So that one is a $50,000 payout meet, just as much as the one we just did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you win it, you get $10K.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So John Hack ain't doing that one. So
Oh, he's not?
No.
Are you?
I hope not, but I am.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to say that.
Oh, I am.
Okay,
I do.
cool,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I made my post and I wrote in my post.
See if every.
Every meet I'm doing from here on out is a world record meet for me.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah,
there's no slowing down. I don't mind the expectation from people. I don't mind the pressure. I don't mind all of it. You know, that's what I expect out of myself.
Right. Yeah, you thrive on that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
You are the showman. It's like, it's dope. It's really dope.
Yeah, I love it. When I see the crowd getting off my energy, and it's
like it's not even that you've found like a niche. You've just fully committed to this.
Yeah.
And it's just
I
it's
love it.
it's as pure as it gets too, because it's who you are.
Yeah.
Like behind like all this shit behind the Instagram, you're Clown Shoes 101. You love joking around. I mean, our first workout back when I got sick or whatever and came back, you fucking interviewed me with the water bottle, right?
Yeah.
Like you just like made for the fucking let's go, and it's
People
dope.
take things too serious, man.
They do.
You know,
They
so-
fucking way do.
Yeah. And to me, this is fun time, man. Life is fun. Sometimes people don't realize that we're privileged to do these things. You know, we're not. Some people don't have the privilege that we have in life to do what we do. And most people take that for granted and want to sit here and mean mug other people. And yeah, I lost the meet, right? But I'm not going to sit here and mean mug John or mean mug Jamal. Or good for them. They did their great meets. I did a horrible meet. I got to get better myself. You know, that's on me.
See, that's
on
a
me.
good athlete.
Yeah,
You know,
A lot of athletes will be just right away ready to point the finger at something. Oh, my coach's programming sucked, or oh, this guy cheated weigh-ins, or this guy did this. That's why I lost.
No, my coach was upset.
He was
like,
upset.
if we called the smaller, squat, would you have gotten it? I'm like, let me tell you this: if you called the 850 squat and I smoked it, because I don't grind squats. I either smoke it or I miss it. So if I smoked that 850, you would have been thinking to yourself, "Wow, I just took that world record away from that kid. He could have got the world record, right?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "So you didn't make a bad call. I just missed a lift." It's simple as that, you know.
A lot of people watching or listening, I don't know if you are or not, but you can learn a lot from that fucking statement right there.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna keep that mindset is like, it's beautiful because it keeps you from questioning your coach, keeps you from questioning your training. You've admitted it to yourself, and now you know how to attack. Now you know how to strategize. You think that like he's not lying to himself.
No,
right?
a lot of people lie to themselves in competition. We've talked about it. They just point the finger, and nobody wants to take responsibility for their actions. And it's not even that he did anything wrong. He just missed a lift. Right? He accepted that he missed a lift.
But like you're at peace with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people that lie to themselves are not at peace.
Oh,
and that's one of the biggest problems with lying to yourself is you're creating this chaos within when you can just be at peace with it and now strategize to attack the next thing.
Yeah.
One thing to add to that is that you don't really progress until you accept failure. You get what I'm saying? For sure. Like one thing I always say is I accepted this loss and I've learned from this loss. I didn't take it and beat myself up and man, I suck. I could have done better. No. You learn from it, you improve from it as a person, not only physically and training wise, but mentally. Because the more mental growth you get, the more physical growth you get. You get what I'm saying?
I believe that. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Right? Dude, I mean, it's cool as fuck to see like how humble you are in this aspect of coming out into the open, if you will. Like you have exploded.
Yeah.
And that, how many people do we see just take that and like turn around and be completely different people?
Bro, and that's one thing I always talk about. And I tell my mom always, one of my biggest supporters, her and my dad. And I always tell them, I'm like, it's crazy to see how people say when you start to get known, you act different. I'm like, I have not changed, but the people around me have changed. People now start to ask me, can you share this for me? Can you post this for me? Can you, comment on my stuff? Why don't you like my stuff? I'm like, well, I don't live on Instagram.
I know.
Like, I don't even, sometimes I don't like his stuff.
Dude, I had somebody the other day, like, is there a reason why you don't reshare and tag and do things? And I'm like, no, bro, I'm just like busy. Like,
yeah, it's not my.
I mean,
first
it's not
love.
even just the other, like, it's not even just the other day. It, like, happens a lot. Where people will be like, they'll say like subtle jokes, like, "Oh, you don't like me anymore."
Yeah.
Like that, it's a tease, but it's like there's so much seriousness behind it.
It's like 80% like serious to them on that show.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
But
There's
there's also
podcast.
there's also just such like a gross aspect to that of like, why do I have to accept you using me? Right? Just because you think you're so fucking nice, like I like all your shit. I'm not worried about that, bro. That's part of it. Is like when you tag me in something, I don't always think to reshare it because I don't think that you're gonna reshare everything that I tag you, right? Why would? It's just that little mindset, dude. And then again, like please. Coffee breath.
No,
Don't give me a hint. He's going, hey bro, I can't text you too much longer. But it's that mindset, just like you accepting, think about this too. You accepting how to post, you accepting to be the showman, you accepting this is now not necessarily a niche, but your role.
Yeah.
I mean, they were talking about it after your missed lift. You jumped up and started celebrating after the squat. And they're like, he's celebrating a miss. And Joey, I think, asked you about that. And he said he said what you said. And I think it was something along the lines of like, I'm not celebrating the miss. I'm celebrating that I'm still here having fun.
Yeah.
And like, who has more fun than that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
the loser mentality is not fun.
No. And you don't learn from anything from it. And for me, bro, one thing that I've learned is that the older I'm getting, the more of these younger crowds are looking up to, right? So as a kid, I didn't really have good people to look up to other than my uncle and my brother, right? When you look at social media and stuff, most of the people you look at were very hard-headed, very driven and it's only this way. You gotta work hard, focus on your shit, fuck everybody else, it's all about you. So like, I had that mentality in bodybuilding, So when I went to powerlifting and seeing all these younger crowds looking up to me, I wanted to show them that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fail sometimes. It's not the end of the world. Don't be ashamed of failing. Don't be ashamed of making mistakes because that's how you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you get better. So I wanted to show people that it's okay. It's still fun. We're still privileged at the end of the day. So when I miss a lift and there's crowds that are paying $30 to $50 to come watch me, I'm not going to put them down. I'm going to give them that show. I'm going to let them have fun and let them enjoy what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Right. It's almost like you should perform after a miss.
Exactly.
Right? I'm still trying to get you guys happy. I know it's like, everybody, when you miss a lift, because there's a lot of weight at stake. But like you coming out of it celebrating, it's almost like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. Like he's not hurt.
Yeah. He's okay.
That's cool as fuck. That's cool as fuck. It's crazy that you're that cognitive of like thinking about that in the moment. Like I would be pissed. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's my mentality.
Well, I think that's like you could almost make that like when I see guys or girls compete and like they get third and they wanted first, they take their medal off right away.
Right.
Like don't do that. Like you said, there's younger people in the crowd that you don't know might follow you, might come to you. You throw your medal backstage, you do something stupid like that. It's like it's a slap in the face of the whole sport, right? It's like why can't you just enjoy what you do? Like, what's more important right now? Is winning or your love for the sport? That's kind of the argument you can make. I've taken third, I've taken fourth, I've taken fifth. Like I didn't care.
Right. You still have fun.
I still had fun. That's a blast.
Yeah, and that's what they mean by you have to fall in love with the journey, right?
Exactly.
Because what I won that one show and it like I said many times, it lasted 30 fucking seconds.
No, it does, dude. Like the pro cards I won in North Americans, the joke, like it was a high for a day, and like the next day I was like, all right, we're back to normal.
Everything's back to normal.
But I was just happy that I had made it on stage and got in front of people in fucking underwear and flexed, right? Like that's what I was happy about. I walked in there thinking that I could lose this at any time. So the fact that I did well.
I mean, that's a big reason why I tell a lot of guys, or a lot of competitors, like, just go in with no expectations and you'll have the best time of your life.
Right.
Like, I get that we want to win, right? I get that that's part of the goal. But going in with this expectation that you're going to blow everybody out of the water, is the biggest setup for disappointment.
Or that the win is already yours.
Yeah.
Like, come, bring it home.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it home.
Yeah,
Right?
and then this motherfucking sleeper just comes out of nowhere and
Right.
just like humbles your ass
Yeah.
real quick.
Doesn't have an Instagram or nothing.
No Instagram. No.
Yeah.
He's got a Facebook that's still from 2008 and he hasn't posted a thing.
Nope. Comes up, not a word.
There's a lot of those guys like that.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Like Joey would have been a good example of that. Like we got on him about posting more. And if we never did anything, he would have never posted anything leading up to North Americans. And then he showed up and just ruined a lot of people's days that day.
That's crazy.
So but those are out there. So you can't go in just saying, "Oh, I got this in the bag." Like, bro, it's the nation. Like, there's a lot of people in there.
There's
a lot of people that do this, but there aren't a lot of people that live that way.
No,
and we saw that
no.
because I realized that there were only 3 flights.
Yeah.
So how did that go? So obviously it was the women's flight.
Yeah.
Now, what was the difference really between the 2 flights of men? Because you were in they like had a special name for it. There was there was A and B flight, and then there was
the prime flight.
Yes. So now, is it everybody in that flight is up for the money?
The whole meet, everybody competing in the meet for the money.
Okay.
But those are that flight is the top lifters of the whole meet. So
Do
those are the strongest and have the highest work scores.
Okay, gotcha.
You know.
Well, yeah, obviously that makes sense to keep them grouped together. Now, for the females, are they in the mix totally, or do they have a separate?
So
1 through
there's
5.
female separate.
Okay.
Separate.
So the prime flight, that's not a weight class. It's like the open, like in pros, like it's all mix of weights.
Exactly.
Okay, so because I saw that it said P, and then it said the weight class that you wrote down, right, that you wanted to weigh in for, and then your weight.
Yeah.
Okay, because that makes sense. Right. Then it's like the open.
Yeah.
It's just like all the.
We're all from 198 to 308.
Okay.
Yeah, there was one guy at 275 with a mullet. Shane
Hall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shane Hall. That dude was a freak.
Yeah.
That was the dude.
He's 25.
There was no wraps on his wrist. Remember, he just grabbed bench that bitch.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
That was really impressive.
He's a young kid and he's strong.
Fuck yeah,
You're right. Just 23, but with meet day, everything does not go to plan.
Right. Oh
you
yeah.
You never know what's gonna happen.
Well, so I was going to ask about that too. How fatigued are you by the time you have to lift that third lift? Or are you, kind of used to that given you do SBD days?
No, you're a little bit used to it, but it's still going from 10 in the morning to all the way 4 where you're lifting the whole day, maxing out on every single lift. It's still going to take a beating on your body. You're still going to have those little missed lifts. Nobody goes 9 for 9, very rarely. You have to kind of undershoot your weight to go for a perfect meet.
Gotcha.
So
you're going up there already knowing you have those lifts almost.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What do you do between?
We have our little 20-minute break, so we eat.
You eat?
Yeah, it's a lot of, you want to make sure you get hydrated, carbs, sodium, potassium. You don't want to be cramping and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do. I help 2 powerlifters with their nutrition. And on meet day, I have them drinking Gatorades. I have them eating a good bit of fast carbs between, or we'll just make a drink of dextrins and just it's a lot of liquid.
Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, I basically take the last week I took everyday magnesium, potassium, and sodium, and then the whole week I was drinking a gallon of IV fluid packs.
Oh, those are good.
Those are awesome.
Those taste really good.
Yeah.
How many did you put in a gallon?
So I put 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That was probably awesome.
Yeah. So I never cramped.
No,
at all. That's why I felt so good. I felt so normal. My body felt very stable. Yeah. And then I was eating sandwiches of Subway in between.
Really?
Yeah. Whole foot longs or 6 foot long? Oh my god.
Yeah. So I had 3 that day. Breakfast, after squats, and every bench.
That's hilarious.
Yes. Because I loaded it up with sauces and stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it worked pretty well.
That's good stuff, I would have to say.
Yeah, I would say that it worked very well. We're going to have Sour Patch and Subway.
Yeah, I had Sour Patches too.
Yeah. They're all going to be after you.
Yeah. It was super cool. It was super different. I'm excited, honestly, for the next one I'm doing. I got all 3 of them picked out.
You're doing 3 next year?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So
is that a lot?
Usually most people do 3.
Okay.
The second one I'm doing is more of just a taper, just to keep me in check and see where I'm at, you know.
Well, you are a competitive person. If you stay at that weight all year, then there's no reason not to, I guess.
Yeah, so I don't mind it. And then obviously I come off, I don't push things hard. Growth is the only thing that I stay on.
Okay.
So everything else I try to come off. I don't try to push my body too much. You don't really need a lot when you're strong.
When you're just lifting.
Yeah, when you're lifting, you're strong. It's just more to keep you recover better.
Yeah.
To be able to keep pushing the weight. But yeah, I got one in Vegas in May.
Okay.
That one is a cool one. And then
so February and then May.
Yeah.
And then what?
And then November is the big one.
Okay.
The American Pro in Virginia. So the one that I commentated at, I'm actually doing it on Saturday and then I'm commentating Sunday.
In November.
Yeah.
So your flight
That's
essentially is on Saturday and then the rest of the shows on Sunday.
Yeah. So Saturday is a sleeve one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't compete in reps. I do
Sleeves.
Yeah.
So now, okay, we were talking about raw. What are you allowed to do with raw lifts?
What basically I'm doing. So you can wear wrist straps, knee sleeves, and back up.
But you can't wear a knee. Can you wear knee wraps?
No.
Okay.
No.
And
no elbow sleeves.
No.
And you can wear.
You can wear elbow sleeves for squats only.
Okay.
If your elbows hurt, well, that's it.
Okay.
You can't use them for benches or anything like that.
And then no suits.
No.
You just wear a singlet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's multiply.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's equipped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the wraps, they call it classic raw.
Okay.
Because it's only wraps. And it's only in squats.
Only leg wraps, knee
Yeah.
wraps. Okay.
Yeah, the knee wraps. So they call it classic raw.
Okay. Most big names are just doing raw though.
Yeah, most people don't. The wraps beats you up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And those equipped lifters are lifting ridiculous
Yeah,
weights.
I have a guy who does equipped stuff.
I don't like it.
Right.
Personally.
He benches like 1,000 pounds.
He had like 1,000 pounds on the squat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like you're wearing so much things you can barely move, and
That's what I heard. I heard it's like so stiff. There was one guy telling me he wore a bench shirt and it didn't even break until he had 3 plates on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was hard to bring down the bar.
Have you ever used the slingshot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine having that triple amount of tightness with a shirt that you're just like this.
Right.
Yeah, it's insane.
The slingshot was how I got my heaviest bench ever, and it's 365.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could probably do that now, but
Where are you training now?
Bouncing around, honestly, I go everywhere. F3, Razor Bar. That's kind of my 2 main gyms
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, everything you need.
Yeah. So at Razor Bar, I have I had my own SSP bar. So I gave it to him over there. So I go use it whenever I want.
Oh, okay.
And then he has a good amount of power bars. They also got a Texas deadlift bar. So I can do my things over there. And he has a squat Texas bar.
Oh, so you got it.
So he has everything there.
Tino's the shit.
He's super cool. He lets me do
Tino's the
everything.
shit, dude.
You know, shout out to him. He actually plays my music now too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Go.
yeah. He's very supportive.
He is.
Yeah.
Tino loves the sport
Yeah.
of weightlifting.
Yeah.
He loves powerlifting. He loves bodybuilding. You can go have a conversation with him anytime about it.
Oh yeah.
One of the last times we stopped, or I was talking when he stopped me, and we were just looking at whatever training video was up at the time.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Man, they don't do it like this anymore." And we were just laughing because they fucking don't. Like you're watching, and they're just working out. The camera crew happens to be there that day, kind of thing.
That's what they, with Blood and Guts, that they told Dorian, I think, that they asked him to do filming. He's like, listen, you could show up, you could film, but I'm not like, you come film a workout if you'd like.
Yeah.
And that was it.
It's so dope. That's the way it should be.
Oh yeah.
That's the way it should be. Now with powerlifters, they actually film a lot because you're filming for technique.
Yeah. Yeah, it teaches you so much. That's one thing. You know, a lot of people make fun of it on the gram, and all you guys do is record your stuff. But it's like that's how coaches see our mistakes. That's how I know if I, braced right, if the bar settled on my back or it's still shaking.
I've sent you every deadlift I've done.
Yeah.
Yes, you too.
So that's how you fix things.
Yeah, of course.
So it's more for a technique. I don't post all my workouts.
I know.
So
You just post the PRs.
No, post your PRs,
Yeah.
post the shit. I mean, dude,
That's
use
fine.
the hell the fuck you want to use.
Oh yeah. You
I
post,
post whatever I want.
yes, you do it right too. You post all your lifts on your story,
Yeah.
and then the PRs on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
feed.
Well, a lot of people like, sometimes I don't want to post.
Right.
And then I get the messages where, man, you made me wake up and go to train, or, you motivated me, or you're an inspiration to me, and I was obese and this and that. And I'm like, damn, all right, man, I guess I'll suck it up and make a simple post.
Right.
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's cool as fuck though when you got like that type of, that's real
reach.
influence.
That's real reach.
Yeah.
I was talking about
out
the
to
other
me?
day.
Big Robbie's massage therapist.
Really?
Who?
Big Robbie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his sports massage therapist.
Because I tagged you in that one thing and said you don't want no smoke. So you're welcome.
You're welcome. Following me. He has 100,000 followers, and he hit me up. And he's like, "Oh, you some great positive energy." And I'm like, "Okay." And I see pictures.
Was it all in Arabic?
No,
No.
in English. Yeah. I was like, "Oh, appreciate you, bro. Thank you." That's humbling as fuck.
I was talking about that the other day. Like, followers just like mean so little now because like people just are trying to get a reel to take off.
Mm-hmm.
The reel takes off, they get this huge afflux of like bot followers.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not even real people half the time.
No.
And then now it's like, what does this number even mean anymore? But like hearing like this genuine reach that he feels like with people commenting, and that's awesome.
It's crazy.
Because like the influencer now is such a weird word because it's like there's the super viral TikTok reel type of influencing. We're like, yeah, there's this select few that actually do make a good difference, but majority don't. And then, now, how many followers do you have?
18.5 or something.
Yeah, so like, but then there's people with 200-300K who've never touched somebody's life like that.
Right. And it's crazy when I look at it, there's people that have like 100,000 followers or more. And they look at mine and they're like, "Oh, here, let me look at your insight." And I'm like, "What is that?" So then they explain it, and then they see my reach. And my reach is 500,000. And they look at their reach, and their reach is like 30,000. And they're like, "How are your numbers so outdoors?" And I'm like, "I don't know.
Right.
I don't understand this stuff." I literally post it out of genuine posts.
Yeah.
I just post it because I enjoy it sometimes, and also it makes an impact on certain people. And also my family can all see it. It's a way for me to let everybody see what I'm doing without sending it to every single person.
Bro, you can
You know
post
what
it
I'm
because
saying?
you can want people to know that you lift 800 fucking
Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But
justification.
I never did it to get like a following
Right.
or be an influencer, because I don't really think I'm an influencer. I'm more of just a genuine person being who I am.
Well, you can
I
tell
think
because your genuine like shock at these people, like
it's crazy.
knowing who you are, or reaching out to you. It's kind of crazy because, like I said, I just think of Saturday morning lifts and like stopping to get some muffins.
It's insane when people my dad's age come up to me to take a picture.
Right.
This is insane.
Right.
They're telling me how they look up. I'm like, what? You've probably seen way more in your life than I have, bro. And
I mean, dude, you're in that talk now. You're in that mix now. This is territory now, dude. This is territory that you're going to be in for a long time.
Right. You are in this crazy
I expect it now.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, Husam, the guy who does jiu-jitsu that I coach, he's from Ghana. He lives in Tokyo, moved here. He works with my brother-in-law. Whatever. He went and fought at ADCC, which is like their Mr. Olympia of jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Right? Underdog goes into this fight, beats a former world champion in like a minute 10 seconds flat. Overnight, he is a sensation. 1.7 million views on the video. It's crazy, right? Joe Rogan talks about him on the podcast one day. We had a wedding we had my brother-in-law's wedding last night, and we were there just talking, and he's like, I missed my second fight. I messed up my second fight because I was so overwhelmed by all of a sudden now, everyone knew who I was.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, there was lines of people waiting to take a picture with me.
Yeah.
He's like, I couldn't believe it. But then we had a conversation, and I was like, listen, bro, like, you proved to yourself that you deserve to be in this mix now, right? You beat Cyborg, who's an old world champion. Like, you beat one of the best guys, arguably, right? And now you have to accept that. Otherwise, if you keep lying to yourself about it, that like wannabe humble-ish kind of shit, that's got to go, because now you're in that mix.
Right.
Dude, now he has a super fight coming up. 4 people declined to fight him.
Wow.
After that fight.
After that win.
And he goes, 2 months ago, no one knew who I was. And they would say, yeah, I fight him.
Right.
And now he's like, I can't even get a fight now.
That's crazy.
Accepting that now is going to make you a better athlete too.
Right. It's tough because, bro, you go from being a nobody. You go from being a small town guy. Like for me, I grew up in the Middle East, coming here in high school. Nobody knew me. Middle school, nobody knew me. Like, through college, bro, I had no friends. So like, to being known, there wasn't like a gradual increase. It just hit.
It ain't a coincidence, my boy.
So it's like it takes a moment to like let it.
Hard workers seem to get lucky a lot.
I love it when you're under the radar. So I totally get what he's saying with it overwhelming. Because
he was so overwhelmed. He said I couldn't focus in my second fight.
Yeah,
when I walked out
to my 860 and see how many people were standing looking at me, I'm like, these people are cheering for me. This is insane. Like, and you're trying to soak it in, but you can never soak it in.
Yeah, right.
That's too much.
That's that's what I was telling Dom. I love more about powerlifting meets than bodybuilding. Because bodybuilding is so subjective.
Yeah.
It's so like, my guy looks better. No, my guy looks better, right? Versus everybody knows you're either lifting this or not, so we might as well try to cheer them on for it, right? Because like, we're about to see history.
Oh, yeah.
Like Joe setting the all-time world record squat for that weight. They just witnessed history. They witnessed somebody at that weight lift the most weight that's ever been recorded in this federation.
Yeah.
That's nuts. And it's so fucking cool that it's, you either did it or you didn't, right? You get the 3 lights, boom, those are the only judging critiques, and they're fair critiques.
Oh yeah.
Did you go down low enough? Did you wait for commands? Did you shift? Like, all these things that everybody's accepted going in to add to the objective goal, right? Where there's not too many objective like rules for bodybuilding.
Mm-hmm.
You just hit that weight, that height, and you go up there and you pose. And is my pose better? Did it show more muscle? Do I have more lines?
I mean, that's probably the most difficult part about bodybuilding is like, it's so hard to take you and me, put us on a stage and compare us.
Right.
How do you make that comparison? Right?
Who's more pleasing to the eye at that point?
Yeah. And what you like and what Joe Schmo might like might be completely different, but both you got that piece of paper and pencil in front of you.
Yep.
It's just weird. So like with powerlifting, it's black and white. You're gonna do it or you're not.
Right. And I feel like that shows with the crowd as well, because like I said, like, everybody's cheering everybody.
Yeah, that's true too though.
You either get it or you fucking don't.
Yeah, and then bodybuilding is like, I mean, over here you hear a pin drop when people get on stage.
Yeah, dude, that has been whack. If anybody's listening, there's a show today, and I guarantee you it's fucking. Yeah, fucking. What are they? Grasshoppers, fucking chirping. Yeah. But if you go to a bodybuilding contest, when your friend comes out, you are allowed to be loud. The last time
it's like people like feel like they're not allowed to talk.
Yeah, it's not golf, bro. It's not fucking golf. They're not doing their posing routine. You're cheering them on, and the judges hear that.
Yeah.
Like, if you, again, we're talking about all this little shit. If you don't think that any little thing could help either, you're crazy. You're talking about a human's opinion, right? Have I told you about like people getting parole easier?
Yeah.
Like on Friday after lunch.
They want to go home.
Think about that. Friday after lunch, people are going, yeah, you're good. But Monday morning before lunch, they're taking that shit serious.
Yeah.
Right? So you get that judge who came to work today on this Saturday, right? Versus the judge that just worked last week, had to fly in for this one this week. He's like, yeah, he looks good. Right? The human factor is always a factor.
Yep. Or how about like end of the day, you're the last class. These guys have been judging for 7 hours.
3 people in the crowd. So
you think they're waiting for that last person to walk on stage and they don't already have their first call up?
Right.
You're crazy. They're ready to get the fuck out of
right. They're texting during your routine.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
I don't know if they would, but that would be fucked. If I looked down and the judges were texting, like,
I mean, I legit saw a guy one time. I wasn't in Michigan, but he was like, he fell asleep judging.
I've seen judges not pay attention.
Oh, for sure.
All the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is horrible.
Humans.
Yeah, it's insane.
But in powerlifting, it's
5 seconds.
better. It's so much better.
Yeah. I mean, dude, even the broadcast was better. That was the
That
clearest
stream was unbelievable.
That was the
I mean,
clearest stream.
obviously you didn't see it, but like
Right.
it was.
A1 is very.
Dude, it was so
They do ESPN
clean.
ESPN stuff too.
Dude,
Really?
you could tell, dude. They had it on lock.
Yeah.
They switched cameras properly, like to the commentators and then back to the athletes. Like it was perfect.
I'm actually commentating the meet that I pulled out of.
The surgeon.
Yeah. So
Next week.
Well, that makes sense.
A1
Yeah.
Digital hit me up. Not Surgeon hit me up. A1 Digital.
Oh, okay.
And the company that's doing the live, they love me, and I've done a lot of things with them from the American Pro. So they hit me up and they're like, "Can you come commentate on a live stream?" So the people you guys are watching, JP and
Yeah.
Joey, I'm gonna be that
That's
guy.
dope.
Nice.
So, because my mind just always goes business. What kind of capitalizing could you do with powerlifting for you as an athlete?
So you can do a lot with my clothing. You know, I mean, everybody wants my clothing now. I haven't dropped it yet, but that's coming soon. So I had a lot of companies reach out to me and wanted me to be a part of them, but every company just wants to give you free clothes, right? And then you get whatever you sell, you get 10%,
Yeah.
20%. So to me, it was like, bro, I got a good enough crowd that I could make my own clothing. I could make my own company and start that. And then MeFly got a lot of meets for me to commentate.
And you get paid for that.
Yeah,
Good.
So I can get paid from $500 to $1,000.
Good. Fuck
You know, so being a different.
And you got a good like career.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you don't even need that shit.
No. So most of the time I'll help out. I'll tell them to cover my flight, hotel, food, you know, and I'll help out. I'll give back. If I like you as a person who does cool meets and you're doing a good cause, I'll help you
Yeah,
out,
no,
you know?
definitely.
So I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
trying to.
curious.
No, I know you are. I know your brain's been racking.
But I did start coaching with that too.
Powerlifting?
Did you? Yeah. So I do a lot of programming. I don't do nutrition though.
Yeah.
I hate nutrition. So I send them your way usually.
Powerlifting nutrition is, like, for you, is probably so simple.
Yeah, for me
You
it's
stay
easier.
in your weight class.
Yeah.
I have a few people that I help, and one is now like cool. They're just staying in that weight class, so like that's just making sure they're functional, recovering, whatever. One guy cuts a good bit, but it's pretty clear cut. But I can see how it gets annoying though too.
Yeah, if you
Powerlifters
got
like to eat.
water cut and all that, yeah, it's too much, and I just don't like it. So I like to keep them underweight. I have somebody who's actually working with what's his name, and she came and started working with me as a powerlifter. Farm guy.
Grass fed?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Grass was opposed.
No. The farm guy that trains at RTB.
Mike Tufik?
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Pharma.
Yeah.
Farm.
Yeah.
Farm.
He's a pharmacist.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I forgot his name, but yeah, he hit me up and he was asking me a bunch of questions on the training and stuff, and like he wanted to learn about programming. And
Yeah.
it's a whole different
I'm
ballgame.
straight, bro.
It's a different ballgame.
I gave it a shot for like a couple weeks to try to learn. I was like, nope, safe for me.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
Powerlifting program.
Because I used to
It's
get people,
different.
like, you program powerlifting too, and I was like, nope, I do not.
It's totally different.
There's a lot of like percentages and RP.
It's all
Yeah,
percentages.
yeah, it's all percentages, and you gotta learn how to. And I studied it for me, and then I learned it. So, and I'm like a nitpicking machine. So I learned it so well for me that I learned how to program other people. And I've had people that went from squatting like 300 to squatting like 500 right now. So
How many people you work with?
4. I don't take more than 5.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
Oh, you work full time.
Yeah. I take more than 5 is too much.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So, because I have so much on my plate with trying to do my clothing brand, you know.
So going on that, what are you doing with that? Because I know you bought all the equipment. Like you're gonna do it all yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Well, you bought a press and everything.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah,
Bro,
he's-
His fucking
He's not
area.
again.
No middleman, Habibi.
No.
No.
So same thing. I reached out to companies and they were charging arm and a leg.
Yeah. You're like, fuck this, I'm having some
Like,
cheap.
exactly. I'm like, you can literally, fabric is not expensive. So if I just buy basic fabrics and I know what the material I want, it goes from a $40 shirt to a $5 shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then people are just literally like your essential shirt. You know how much it is to just get the fabric?
Probably a couple bucks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if I'm ordering 500 and I can make it and sell it for 100, I'm like, why would I give somebody $50 profit when I can make the whole profit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it gives me more.
We know what you're
capability.
saying.
It gives me more capability of, hey, here's a shirt for you, you're my boy. Here's a shirt
Yeah.
for you. Where if I'm paying that middle
Hard to just
company,
give away a shirt.
I can't do
Yeah.
nothing.
No,
I can't
yeah.
help out people. I can't be that type of person, you know. So
So what's in this first drop?
Oversized shirts, hoodies, jogger. I'm obviously wearing my oversized shirt, and then fitted shirts and comp tees.
I like this more than your last round of clothes.
Yeah. Most of them I would just do one shirt for a meet or just one hoodie for like fall.
No, we're just on clothes for a little bit.
No, I just do
I
random drops.
No, yeah, just random
Oh, okay.
Random drops.
I like you going in on like the gym freak aspect of it, rather than like the gorilla or the rider face. Those are dope.
That's cool. I even changed that logo to make it more mainstream because you grow with your age, and I wanted my logo to grow a little bit.
This is really clean.
Yeah, I like the clean look.
Yeah.
I think it looks good, especially on a bigger dude.
Yeah,
it lays nice. It's a nice shirt.
And then I learned all the fabrics. It's so crazy when you understand the fabrics and the percentages with that stuff. So you understand what shrinks, what doesn't, what's more light on you. Because most of us don't like that heavy material that makes you feel like if you're sweating, it's like sticks to your body.
Yeah.
With this is like just sits on you. So cool. Yeah.
That's how I would like an oversized shirt to feel.
Yeah.
I don't like it to be like a fucking blanket.
No, I don't, because most of them would be here, and if I get it to here, that means it's to my knee.
Right.
So if I get an extra large, it's too short. If I get a double XL, it's too long. So I'm like, this is horrible fitting, So I wanted to make my own things where everything fits to the weird, awkward bodies.
And you said hoodies too, right? Because the hoodie is dope.
Yeah.
Is it going to be that pink, that salmon?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm basically, I don't want to do a huge drop. I'm doing small drops.
For sure.
So every 2 months, I'll do a new drop, add to the collection. And if people want the old ones, I would still be able to bring them in.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. That's sick.
And then create a website, doing all that.
Is it going to, it's just gym free clothing?
Yeah. Yes.
And you got an Instagram already set up for that and shit.
So,
for the clothing?
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't want to spam my personal one.
No, I don't
No, for sure.
So I was like, you know what, whoever actually wants the clothes and wants to get that stuff, you can go there and watch it and see how I'm gonna drop and stuff. So started there. And then from there we'll start doing all the fun stuff and modeling and all that good stuff.
Dude, you could even do like people shirts, you could do M3 for her.
I told her,
Yeah,
I told her.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, because you got the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind helping all my friends.
No, I know you don't. That's why I'm like, damn.
I already sent her the website too, where you could get all the stuff.
The material.
Yeah. And then I explained which ones are really good, which ones if you want to spend more money on hoodies that are, a little bit more. If people want to pay a little more, obviously you get better quality.
Yeah.
So, because most people get the basic ones that they want to pay $40. If you want to pay $50 to $60, you can add a little bit more, get the better quality. So.
And with all the avenues that you have, you can take a little bit back for this for nicer quality.
Yeah.
And then, because you still have your hand in so many other things.
Exactly.
That's sick, though.
Yeah, and doing small drops like that, you can do higher quality stuff.
Absolutely. Where you're not just
because it's not a huge
15 shirts.
Yeah.
And shit.
That's why with the first one I'm doing pre-orders, and then after that I'll be able to do inventory and stuff like that.
That's
So really cool. And then the packaging, I'm doing cool packaging too. And all that.
You're gonna do like a bag and stuff.
Yeah, I'll be like a black bag, black and gold.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So.
And then one more thing before we let you go, the podcast. What's going on with that? I know you wanted to start.
I do want to start that. I don't.
You had a couple of episodes already. Right?
Yeah. I wanted to get a couple before I left Illinois. Right now it's on hold because I'm studying for my boards. So my boards is on the 19th. Got 20 days.
Of October?
Yeah. So I've been like nonstop. I haven't worked out in a week.
Right.
So we're changing my program the next 2 weeks for 3 days a week. Because I don't have time to work out.
Yeah.
Just straight study
there.
Yeah. So this whole week I literally just been studying.
Well, I'm glad we got you today then.
Yeah.
For real.
I can spare an hour, but workouts usually take longer than that. You gotta drive, eat, all that stuff. So I've been just knocked out studying.
But talk about it, because is it still the plan that we were talking about?
Yeah, so I want to do a more chill where, I'll be kind of on a pool. We'll be playing pool, having mic'd up and have fun talks.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
No, that'd be sweet.
I know. You got to have us on when you get it going.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Because I'm going to have the cameras hung up, recording us talking and playing
different
pool.
angles and shit.
Have the TV on,
Isn't it crazy to think about how much has changed over the last couple of years, and yet we're still in our young years still?
Yeah.
How
hey, watch it.
How when we were 25 and we all got started in like fitness, all met each other. I don't know, I forgot where you guys met, but like when we all met, and then it's just crazy to see like how much growth has happened in such a relative short amount of time.
Yeah.
Where we're at career space wise, what we're doing, like it's just wild to think about.
And it's funny because we all support each other, and we can go with how long we haven't talked. I haven't talked to you since the last podcast.
Probably.
Yeah, I text you randomly here and there, asking shit. But like, I could literally text him, ask him, and all right, thanks, and not even like he wouldn't even be upset. There are certain people, if you text them, it's like you ain't gonna say hi and check up on me, but you respect the other person's business and work ethic.
No, dude, real friends know when you got shit on your plate, you're handling it. That's it. Exactly. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not. I've been busy. You've been busy. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, you could pick up the phone and call me and bullshit me for 2 hours, and it wouldn't be like I hadn't talked to you in a year.
Right. Exactly.
Text messages are almost like a new voicemail. Like if you reach back, you reach back.
Yeah.
You know, just get back to me. It is what it is. Sometimes even if you forget, bro, I forget a lot.
I forget. You know,
it's because people are weird about like double texting. You know, like if I need something from you, I'm gonna text you more than once for sure.
That was such high school shit.
I know, but people are still enamored with that. Like I thought about something the other day. If you're on your Instagram and somebody messages you while you're on it, how long does it take you to respond to that message?
Oh,
do you view it? Yeah. Okay. So you don't view it right away?
No.
So I don't like the notification. So
so my Instagram has all the notifications off.
Me too.
Like so you don't even see a number.
I don't even see the numbers.
Oh, I didn't know you did.
Yeah, you can turn all that off.
I have it all off too.
Okay. I gotta do that.
You know, when you post a picture, then it's like share, like, tag, this, exactly. Mention in story, like I can't deal with that shit.
No, that's fair. I didn't know that I could turn that off.
Yeah, you turn it all off.
See, I can't deal with it, so I view it. And then I get sucked into some kinds of conversation that I don't want to be in. I'm serious.
No, you can turn it all off, dude.
I have all my notifications off.
The only notifications I have turned on are text, calls, WhatsApp, and email.
Now, I don't get a notification on my phone. I just, when I open Instagram, it has like a 1.
Oh, like that? Oh, yeah, you can't turn that off.
That's what
I thought you meant like the Instagram.
God, I have all notifications off on my phone.
Oh, okay.
I don't get a single, my phone doesn't buzz or nothing for no one, bro. That shit is off.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah. That's it.
Once my Instagram started popping, I had to turn it off.
Yeah.
Oh, for
sure. There's always follows, bro. I don't even like, sorry to people that I don't follow back, but I don't even look at it anymore.
Yeah, why would you?
It's too much.
Yeah.
No. You're in the space now, though. You're in the space now where there's fans.
Yeah, I'm like,
you know what I'm saying? People don't even expect to follow back.
Yeah, I'm like, if I'm gonna sit here and look at every single person and see who's following me, I'm like,
hey, you're at the point now where like if you follow back, you're gonna.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. I bet it gets shared.
No, for real.
Shared. Yeah. For real. I bet it would be a screenshot and a share.
It'd be a screenshot, circle, and
post on the story. I'll follow you guys and follow you guys.
Don't do that. How other people that unfollow?
Oh yeah, I was just thinking that.
People, dude.
People will unfollow
because we're not following them.
Yes,
and then follow back so that like they come back in the story.
I'm like, wait, what?
I'm still not following you. Now I really don't want to follow you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now it's just a cry.
Yeah. Or people that'll do it and like they just all of a sudden follow you back and it's like, bro, like I've been following you for like how long? Because we were mutually talking and following each other, and then all of a sudden you just followed me back. What the fuck's going on? Like. That always makes me mad.
There's a lot of people I talk to that like I realized I wasn't following.
Yeah.
Then I just click follow back and I'm like, oh fuck.
But it would be like me and you following each other and then all of a sudden you following me back.
Well, some people are looking crazy.
I'm like, wait, what?
There's people that unfollow you because they got mad at you.
Dog. I unfollowed somebody a couple months ago. They legit messaged me and said, thanks for the unfollow.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes it's nothing personal. I just don't like what you're posting.
Dude, I responded. I go. It's nothing personal. I went through and unfollowed a lot of people. We haven't talked in years.
Yeah. Right.
I haven't paid attention to anything you've done in the years.
Yeah. Somebody got upset. They're like, "Oh, you unfollowed me." I'm like, "Listen, it's nothing against you, but the things you post, I don't support." Everything you post is all about negative and politics.
I know you started that statement with "it's not about you," but you quickly made it about them. But just to clear the air, it is about you.
No,
okay?
most people, bro, some people act different.
100%.
There's so many people I know. I'm talking about the people I know.
Right.
They act different in person than on social media.
They're different completely.
Yeah,
How
I'm
about-
like,
I know you get this because I get this, so I know you get this. How about the people that you see in the gym that'll DM you all day long, but when you see them in the gym, they don't even say what up.
yeah,
That
so
shit
funny.
is hilarious.
It's so funny.
Oh my
I
god.
was just waving.
Yeah, I want to unfollow those people, but to me, it's not like a justification enough. But it's like, if I don't exist to you in the real world, bro, why are you fucking DMing me in this universe?
Conversing and sharing.
Yeah, bro, I see you at the gym. Just say what up. I'm not looking to talk to you.
Yeah.
Just say hi.
Yeah.
So
There's one dude, I don't know if he listens, but he was the one, he told me, did you see the little video I shared where I was like, I'm here to sell you something that really works.
Yeah.
And it's called steroid. He mentioned to me, he's like, you should really post these. Because I used to post them on my story and I would joke around like that. He's like, you should really post these. So in my head, I posted it. I've known this dude for like 8 years, probably seen him at the gym. I don't really know his name. It's either Brandon or Brendan, right? But I see him and it's always, what up? And keep it moving. I've never had a conversation with this dude ever, but we say, what up? Hey, how's it going? Hey, and keep it moving for 8 years now. I love the dude. I would miss him if he wasn't at the gym. You know what I mean? Like, I love the dude.
as long as he says hi.
Right, but if you don't post to be like famous or nothing like that,
That's one cool thing about powerlifting gyms. Everybody acknowledges you.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool as fuck.
Everybody says hi to you. Everybody, hey, what up? How you doing? Having a good workout.
I think it's.
I mean, dude, that's what I was talking about on my story the other day. Was like we've like completely lost a sense of community
100%.
on social media,
100%.
in the gym. Like it doesn't even exist anymore.
No.
Like it used to be like you posted something and then like your community would comment about it. Now it's just a bunch of fucking emojis and like that's it. And it's like, are you building a community? Like I get social media is supposed to be for entertainment, but like media for a long time had nothing to do with entertainment.
Well, people now, it's just so fake because now they've worked it into the algorithm.
Yeah.
Right? Like, look at how many people with big names respond to every comment. That's because they've prioritized accounts that respond to their followers.
Yeah.
They won't follow you back, but they'll respond back to every time you fucking comment on their page. Right? They want to make you feel important enough.
You know
for
what's
them.
crazy? I hate to burst everyone's bubble, but most of the time when your favorite influencer's commenting back, it's usually a virtual assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. The virtual assistant thing in Instagram is crazy.
I believe it.
I know a lot of guys that actually have them.
Yeah, we were talking about somebody that we know that charges for that. And we were just saying how like it's crazy.
It's insane.
But yeah.
Yeah, but the virtual assistant costs like $4 an hour in a different country.
Yeah.
And you just give them like a lot, like okay, $4 an hour in like Pakistan,
Right.
$4 US is a lot.
Right.
It's a good amount of money for them. So that's why like I know Pakistan is one area that has a huge industry in virtual assistants where like you give them a job, you tell them what to do, and they do it. And they get paid $4 US an hour, which is a lot of money to them because just our dollar is stronger there, right?
Right.
And it's huge. I know a lot of companies that run off of virtual assistants. I know a lot of realtors here that use virtual assistants. Like, hey, you take care of this paperwork, you take care of this. Think about how many people you could hire
Right.
to do one job.
Right.
And a lot of these Instagram pages use them.
Well, because it's free advertising.
So get this. So one time I got a DM from a guy. Hey, we're interested if you're curious in like this like coaching consortium. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, it's trying to sell me like how to get more clients.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm gonna respond.
Right.
So I responded. I said, yeah, I'm interested. And then he starts talking to me about it, and then I was like, oh no, I have whatever. I have a decent amount of clients. I don't need help. Whatever. But then he like sent me a message, and he put in there, it's our virtual assistant messaging program where they get your Instagram, you give them your info, they DM people for you to try to sell them your coaching.
Wow.
Yeah. And this guy's actually pretty well known in the industry.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
That's why you entertained it?
Yeah. That was why I was curious.
For sure.
So, it's actually huge. It's actually a really big thing.
Oh, yeah. Because it's too much to run. There's too many people.
Dude, how could you sit there and you get 100 comments and you reply to every single one of them? That would take forever.
I guarantee you could like pinpoint who they are too, just by like the stuff that they do. They fucking post like that. I love now though. I feel like it is starting to be more accepted that, or realized at least, that people will go to a photo shoot and get 1,000 photos taken of them, and then periodically post those in the off season. They don't stay like that.
No.
Yeah.
It's just like it's crazy to think that somebody is building and looking the same too. Like, why would they look the same? And then you look and that outfit matches the outfit that they posted last month.
Yeah.
So I think that's becoming more apparent though, at least in our sport. People don't do that weird shit though in powerlifting, eh? There's no need to.
No.
Like here's a lift that I hit 5 months ago.
Yeah, you're always lifting. You're always,
Right, that would be silly.
Yeah.
Like you're training with 500, but here's my 800.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, from 5 months.
There's those random people that want to stay relevant who are not relevant at all.
Right.
They just want to post, oh yeah, I hit 500
Yeah,
one time.
they like
in the gym.
they overhype their relevance. Yeah. Main character disease, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I work
main character of their own story.
I work retail, and you want to talk about the main characters that come in there, dude. Like, oh, this, that, the other. Oh, you're gonna do this for me. I'm gonna do what? Bro, I know you think what you just said was acceptable, but it is not. So why don't you rephrase that?
Yeah, some people are funny, man. It's funny because after the American Pro, people in Michigan started like acknowledging me a little different.
Was it more respect or hate?
Oh no, it's more, oh yeah, you my boy. All this
You
come back home.
Look who I know.
You're the dude now.
Yeah,
That was like when I came back from nationals with all those pro wins. They were like, it was like, hey John, if you need any help with like the gym and getting situated, let me know. I got you. Yeah. I'd love to be a part of this. I'd love to help in any way I can. Right? That stuff is just trying to get in your circle now.
Yeah.
My circle's small, bro.
Yep,
it takes a wall to get inside of it.
Yeah. You're gonna be on the outskirts for years.
Everybody wants to use you because now you have the top promoters in powerlifting know you. They all want you to be part of your meet. They all follow you. They see your stuff.
Listen, at the end of the day, like, you're not stupid. I'm not stupid. He's not stupid.
Right.
We know what you're trying to do, right? We know it's genuine. We know it's not genuine. When you start complaining about, like, oh, what about me? Bitch, it's never about you.
Never.
Like, when that stuff starts coming into play, that's when you really know.
Oh, yeah. It's funny. It's funny when people go from, talking smack about you and how much you're not going to do shit to, hey, you can come work out with me. We can hit a couple sessions and this and that. And I'm like,
I'd love for you to come out and visit the gym.
Yeah, like, this is insane.
You know who's cool as fuck is Too Buff. I don't even know his real fucking name. Ashton?
Is that a dude that posts memes of you?
Yeah. Dude, he is the fucking man.
He's hilarious.
He helped try to get you traffic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's the man like that.
He called me at like 9K, 8K. He's like, bro, you need to have
he's like, I remember that post. He's like, how does this dude not have 10,000?
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, I don't care. He's like, no, I care. And I'm like,
but he like makes viral video after viral video. Bro.
Yeah.
He's fucking hilarious. He is hilarious.
He be posting some crazy stuff and sometimes like, oh, you're not going to share mine. I'm like, bro, my mom gonna kick me out of my house if I share the shit you post. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, I didn't share none of that. Because like I'll post videos of like girls, when they pee when they powerlift.
Yeah.
So I'll get a towel. He'll post my face right after, and then he'll get a towel, and the towel has water, and he'll squeeze the towel. Dude, I'm like, bro, you want me to repost that?
He posted one the other day that I almost spit shit out of my mouth. I was fucking drained. It was some girl like wiping down a towel, and then she like throws it. She throws it, and he caught it and just started. I'm like, oh my God.
And then my face is right in there. All my faces are in there.
But he helps with like the homies for all the homies. But he's like powerlifting driven.
Okay.
And like, so that's why you probably missed him. But he shares our stuff all the time too. Yeah. He'll share your reel and my reel. He's dope. He loves it.
Yeah.
I gotta follow him.
Yeah, he's the homie.
What's his name?
Too buff for this.
Yeah, Too Buff for this.
What a name.
He always gets banned.
He has a huge.
Really?
Oh, dude, his videos are ridiculous.
Yeah, his videos are.
He has a huge
TikTok
following too. Yeah.
He would have been at a couple mil, bro. He gets up to like half a mil
And then gets
banned.
banned because his videos are ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he is fucking hilarious too. He uses
Do you want for this stuff?
No.
2
2 but 4. The number 4.
Oh, I got you.
But he shares the one of you and Ali dancing all the time.
Oh, yeah.
All the time, bro.
That's his
That is
favorite
so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
He has so many videos of me.
He has
Like-
the best like cut videos.
Yeah.
Like what was it? One was Jamal deadlifted 500 kilos.
Yeah.
With reps. So he's starting and then he cuts to a guy and he's like, let me tell you something. And it's just so fucking funny, dude. He is very creative. He's very good online. That's why I started like posting, like I try to post funny shit because I'm like subconsciously convincing myself too that it's not that serious.
No.
Right? Yeah, watch.
Yeah, that's the
watch.
Watch what he throws.
She throws it.
And he'll say some crazy words.
He's fucking hilarious, bro.
Oh my god.
Everything ends with sensational or not sensational, but be careful though. He will show like some injuries too.
Oh, I can't watch that.
I like hesitate. I'll read the caption first. But yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool to see like you were saying like how far all this has come.
Yeah.
He's from Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, he's a Florida boy for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Florida man.
Oh, yeah.
Florida guy, whatever you
He
want to
wants
call
nothing to do with the north side.
him. I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I'm like, come on. Hell no.
He is funny though. But just like I was saying, like Don mentioned, this started essentially in a garage. Bro. His ideas, the powerlifting idea was started in a garage.
Yeah.
Podcasting was started in the garage at fucking 9 a.m. when the rest of the world was locked down.
Yeah.
And it's cool, man. It's really cool seeing you build that gym garage or the garage gym to the podcast to moving to Chicago to now where you're at with powerlifting. Just in 4 meets, you're what, 5th all time at 242 off of 3 missed lifts. That's insane, bro. We were talking about one day hopefully getting the 2,000 total.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now I'm way ahead of that.
Somebody messaged me today, and you know how you can see like previous times they've messaged on their story. The last time they messaged me was in 2020, and it was a lift that you were doing for I think it was 600, and you were sumoing it, and it wasn't like the best, but
It looked like
you dragged it out, and I remember thinking like that was 600 fucking pounds, bro. Like that's crazy.
2 years ago.
I know.
Yeah, 200 and something pounds in
And
2 years. Hey, he was conventional.
Yes, yeah. Switched his stance, went through nursing school, and you're already in the fucking conversation. Like for a long time.
Yeah.
You're young. You're young. How old are you again? 27?
28.
28.
December is around the corner.
Oh, okay. When's your birthday?
December 21.
Shortest day of the year.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. You. My other short friend is born that day too. I'm the tallest one in this fucking room.
I just let that one.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Man, it cracked me up. They were doing the bench thing and you were coming up and they lowered that bench so fucking low.
Yeah.
I was like, they just did my boy dirty like that. Showing that, they did him dirty.
Well, I went over. Well,
It was for somebody else though.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, what's his name?
Like,
Blake LaHue.
yes.
Yeah,
yes.
he's like 5'5".
Yes. It was
Super nice
actually.
guy.
He was 180 something, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's 180.
And in that top flight,
Yeah.
and then he hit what? He hit 500?
He missed 501, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
He
he
had
hit
485, 490, something like that.
Jesus. He hit 400 pounds over his
He
weight.
does look like 860.
Right, yeah, he was deadlifting like crazy too.
That's so wild, man.
Yeah.
So
I
crazy.
know the evolution of that sport.
Yeah, I'm happy
Crazy.
about it though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It was like really popular, and then like fell off, and then it got.
That's popping.
Now it's getting really
It's
popular.
getting popular as fuck.
College.
$50,000 payout is not no hope.
No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
And
they're
then
only getting bigger.
I was gonna say those purses will only get bigger.
Yeah.
Sponsorship opportunities will only get bigger. I mean, it's crazy, man. Talk about sky's the limit.
Yeah.
That's how we should close it out.
Yeah,
Baby.
I love
Sky's the limit. Love you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
Again.
we're happy you
Always
got
a
you.
pleasure talking with y'all. We
So-
can talk for hours, but
Just to go real quick, where can people find you if they don't know you, which I'm sure everybody that listens to
Husam
this.
Gym Freak on Instagram.
Where's the clothing?
Gym Freak brand.
Okay. And then do you have YouTube?
Husam the Gym Freak, everything. TikTok, YouTube.
And then that's all going to be.
Just Google Husam the Gym
Yeah.
Freak.
Oh, dude. Google them real quick. I've never Googled them. Let's see what happens.
My
Google.
powerlifting stuff is out.
Google Husam. You already did it. I have to see. I have to see the homie. Let's Google him. First one. Husam. Yep. Go to pictures. Can you? Oh, everything. 804. 804. Yep.
There's like a newscast that like
Twitter.
Damn, you got an old picture up.
I have a Twitter.
Yes.
Old pic.
Oh damn, who's that guy?
Gym Life. That was before the Gym Freak.
I guess.
That's
I
hilarious.
don't remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's Gym Life, I think, the podcast.
That's the podcast.
Yeah.
Gym Life podcast.
Too funny, man. Too awesome.
That's crazy.
Well, brother, thank you again
Thanks
for
for
stopping
coming,
by.
Guys, man, I appreciate
Love
you guys
you.
always.
Yeah, first return guest.